I'd like to introduce you to the best 1999 has to offer.
Modern Rogue explains burner phones.
Do you have a burner?
I do, actually.
Do you?
Yeah.
A lot of people know what a burner is, but they don't know like what it is. The term burner actually comes from criminal jargon, the patois of the street.
Hey man, I watched The Wire. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
So you say, oh, this number's burned. The police are onto it, or too many people have it, or whatever. So you just toss the phone. And I got this one at a big box retailer for about $8.
That's amazing. Now that was not activated with minutes, right?
Correct, and that's part of the point is that they're disposable. These are all prepaid phones, and that's really all they are. And I know a lot of people think that that's just really kind of common sense. Of course they're just prepaid phones, but the reason that is important is because you don't log any of your personal data whatsoever.
You pay cash, you show up wearing a funny hat and glasses.
Maybe using a French accent.
There you go.
But yeah, you just buy a prepaid card, again, in cash from like a convenience store or something like that, and that gives you minutes. And there are a lot of prepaid providers that aren't, AT&T or Verizon, where when you go into one of those stores to get your smartphone, they do a credit check and ask you to, provide your work history and etc. None of that with this. It's not off the grid, but it's as close as you can get and still have a communication device.
In Asian countries, oftentimes people will have a work phone and a play phone, like a home phone. And so sometimes they'll actually have phones that actually have two different SIMs so that they can keep two different numbers active at all times. I get a lot of calls from fans of Scam School, and sometimes I'll want to text them back, but I don't want to give them my actual phone number. I use an app called Burner. You just create a new burner. Now, of course, if you're doing anything criminal, you probably don't want to use this since they have all your actual contact information. But if you just want a discreet way to chat for a bit, and then you can pick whatever area code you want to appear to be from. So we'll do Austin. Boom. Now I've got an actual 1 month long burner, 50 minutes of talk time, 150 texts.
That's really cool. One of the things though that actual burner phones have over the burner app, it's much more difficult to trace these.
Yeah.
Because on these phones, depending on which one you select, track phone is the most popular one and often kind of interchangeable jargon for burner. A lot of them don't have GPS. They're not smartphones. They don't even have 3G or LTE. They're run by MVNOs, or mobile virtual network operators, these prepaid companies. And what they do is they buy up space on an existing large-scale provider, like on Verizon's network or AT&T.
Yeah.
And the NSA has actually admitted that it is very difficult for them to track burner phones. Once they get your number, they've got your number and they can track you. One guy had 2 burners, and they used the positions of both of them to triangulate and find out where he was.
If you do need to vanish and not be found, then you buy these, you pay with cash, buy minutes from a different place than you buy the phone.
And change them regularly. They're cheap. Don't give them the same number to latch on to.
Yeah.
Switch it up every few weeks is what the professionals advise. It doesn't have to be just for criminal enterprises, like you were saying. You can also use it for, say you're selling something on Craigslist, or having to input information on an online form or something like that.
And also, let's say you're running multiple businesses and you want to answer sounding more professional. You don't have to call and say like, "Hi, it's Joe. Oh, which thing are you calling about?" You have different phones labeled with each of your enterprises. Use Shelves or Us, what's up? And then you automatically sound more pro because everyone calling that number is calling just for that one thing.
Yeah, and if you just want to feel like Jason Statham in The Transporter, you just keep like 6 of these in your glove box in a velvet lined box and don't explain it. Don't ever explain it.
Plus, for $8, you get to be that guy out in public. You're like, fine. You just throw it out.
Yes!